All right, I just wanted to go on a little bit of a rant, about current situations, right? Like especially dealing with the economy and all this. Like I've been binge watching some of these videos on YouTube recently about like they're just regular, peons in the world, average simps out in the society. You could see these people all, raging about, the unbelievable, cost of living that they're all, going through, whatnot. And man, it's to the point now where it's like, damn, even these regular simps in the world that, grew up, trying to chase that American dream, even some of these peons are starting to wake up and realize that it was all a lie, right? The people at the top of the society, right? The elites, hey, they pulled the wool over your eyes. Well, hello, many different things, of course, but even the basics, right, about the economy, right, and that as long as you put in hard work, you can get there too. You can own, your own house. You know, you can own a business. You can, own your car. You can, own all these things as long as you put in, some hard work and dedication. But now we're finding out that was shit right there. That was a lie, right? I would literally see people out here, man, that literally went through the schooling system, right, where top of the class, you know, um, top of the class student, right, got A's on all their tests, ace the schooling, go through their 4 years of college, and still end up working at damn Burger King. You know what I'm saying? I know people out here that I've seen who have degrees, right, into, certain fields of knowledge, for going through college, and they're still out here working a 9 to 5, barely scraping by. And these people are starting to realize, you know what? We got lied to, right? The people in charge, they lied to us. They pulled the wool over our eyes. They deceived us about this hard work. Because it's clear to realize, right? It's not, because some say, for instance, some people try to pretend like, oh, well, it's the person's mismanagement with money and not spending it right. In some instances, that can be true, but in the vast majority of cases, that's not true because there's people out here who are very good with their money and they still can't get ahead. It's like, in what world does a person need to work two jobs, maybe even three jobs, and still barely afford to scrape by? But in the same society, we got people sitting around on their ass all day and getting thousands of dollars a month from the government for doing absolutely nothing. It's hilarious to me, right? So they want us to bust our balls, but then on the other hand, they'll hand our hard-earned money to a bunch of people who we will never meet in our life, right? A bunch of people, can sit around all day and do nothing, but then they'll demand a tax from our money that we're making, to give to those low lifes. Yeah, we have a right to be pissed off. Like how the hell are we gonna be the one that's out here in the fields, for lack of better words, right? We're out here hauling ass, doing all the hard work, and we get no benefits out of it, right? We get no benefits out of anything. We can't enjoy the fruit of our labor. We have no money for nothing. We get our money stolen by taxation and given to the people that want to sit around on their ass and do nothing all day. But yet we're out here toiling the field, right? Hell, metaphorically speaking, we're the ones out here pulling the cotton. We're the ones out here making sure the society is ran how it needs to be run, right? Busting our balls for, $8, $10 an hour, $15. $15 an hour is shit money. I don't care what anybody has to say. What really pisses me off? Like, I remember even when I was growing up, like, say maybe 8 years ago, there was a whole debate about, like, should we pay Burger King and McDonald's workers like $15 an hour to flip burgers? And all these people are like, why would we give them, $15 an hour to flip burgers? Well, it's like, first of all, that's worth. They should be getting that type of money. First of all, it's much more difficult to stand around and flip burgers and grease fries and put meal packages together. That's a hell of a lot more work compared to a dude that's just sitting on a computer for 8 hours a day in some office somewhere. right? Or some lawyer that needs to study some paperwork, right? It's much more hard work to put meal packages and shit together. So those people absolutely deserve $15, if not more, an hour. And anybody who says otherwise just is delusional and just is not living in real life. Like how the hell does it not make sense for somebody to get 15 an hour for standing around and flipping damn burgers? Again, $15 an hour is shit money, right? I even joked before and said, hey, look, the way things are going, even if we were making $30 an hour at our jobs, we still couldn't live that quote unquote American dream. You still couldn't do it. Even if you were making $30 an hour, that still wouldn't be enough to support a American dream lifestyle. Hell, or even just staying above the water, for lack of better terms, right? Even living a decent life, right? Hell, and what do I mean by decent? I mean, shit, you can't own a house. You're going to be paying for your car the rest of your life, most likely. Hell, the car probably won't even last that long, right? If you're lucky, you'll be able to go on a vacation once or twice a year. Hell, once a year if you're lucky. Hell, that's what I mean when I say a good life, right? And you can see how depressing that is. Hell, like they tell people, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. It's like, hey, look, they told you a truth and they told you a lie. The truth was they told you you'll own nothing, but the lie was they told you you'll be happy. How the hell could you be happy being a renter all your life and never owning anything? How the hell could you be happy? Clearly, there was a lie there, right? They told us a truth. They told us that we'll own nothing, and then they told us a lie. They told us that we'll be happy. Who the hell out here in this society is happy? Man, you go out anywhere, the only people that are cracking a smile are these dudes that's rolling in that cash. Shit, like I recently met a dude that has like 20 million in the bank. You could tell this guy, he was happy to get up in the morning, because, that dude can go out and do whatever the hell he wants. But you got us on the other hand, it's like, shit, hell, if I don't wake up tomorrow, that's a blessing. Shit, if I don't have to wake up to this bullshit anymore, hell, that's my prayers answered right there. And that's how a lot of these people out here in the society are thinking. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad. It's sad that people out here have to have that mentality. But in the same, country, there's people out here that have more money than they know what to do with. You got peons out here literally spending, $100,000 on some type of sports ring. You got people out here spending $1 million on literal golden toilet paper. You can look that up. Not even a joke. You got, like I seen on Amazon, right? Somebody sold a chicken nugget that was in the shape of a Among Us character, and it literally sold for $100,000. It's like, shit, $100,000 for a McDonald's chicken nugget? There's peons out here that have that much money they can waste on literally one nugget. And we're not even talking about a gold nugget here. We're literally talking about a chicken nugget from McDonald's that's probably molding at this point. It's like, wow, it's remarkable to me the clear gap between the haves and the have-nots. Which all of us listening to this video, we are the have-nots, right? And the people at the top of the society, those are the haves, right? In fact, they're flexing on us, showing how much wealth they have. But then, you know what I find funny? They'll be the same people that will say that we should be kind and give to those who are less fortunate. It's like, nigga, I am the less fortunate. I am the less fortunate. Hell, like I seen a meme recently, right? People were saying, when you go to the store and, cashier asked you, would you like to round up your change for the poor? And the dude on the meme's like, shit, I am the poor. And it's true. Like, I'll give you an example, right? The other day I went to the store and the total of what I was buying, it came to $14.20, right? So, the whole line was long, right? But then I handed the lady the $15 and she handed me the receipt. It says, oh, have a nice day. And then I look at the receipt and say, oh, hold up a second. You owe me 80 cents. So I made her, open the register to give me that 80 cents back. It's like, shit, 80 cents, that's, what is that? 20 cents less from 100, which would make $1, right? It's like, shit, I ain't letting that 80 cents go. I'm the type of dude that literally picks up pennies off the street. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, you're not taking my 80 cents from me. Hell, I have to, penny pinch over here. That's how you get around. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if it was like 2 cents or something, I'm not going to cause, any big deal about it. It's all right. But shit, 80 cents? Nah, you're not, ripping me off like that. Shit, 80 cents, that's a lot. Again, 20 cents less than a dollar right there. When that adds up, like say for instance, I have a coin jar, and whenever I get coins back or whenever I get change, I throw the coins into the jar I have, right? And say for instance, I've been saving up for like 5 weeks, and I had to just roll them the other day to go cash them at the bank. And the cup I had on the counter, it had just out of 5 weeks of saving up my change, I had like $36 or something like that in there. Yeah, like $37. So it shows you the change does add up. Hell, a lot of people that are more well off, they'll be like, just keep the change. But a wise guy would say, nah, I want my change, and then, take that and put it in a damn jar or something. Like say for instance, when I was 16, I saved all of my $5 bills, and I also saved all of my change. I did it for 2 years. And in $5 bills, I had like, I believe I had like $3,400, right? $3,400 in $5 bills. And then as far as coins, I had like $1,150 in coins, saving it for a little over 2 years. And shit, that doesn't last long. But hey, if it helps, putting it aside for a rainy day, as the saying would go. That's a smart thing to do. But again, not all of us are in, fortunate positions like that where we're able to do that. Bear with me for a second. One other thing I want to mention, right, is like people like me who've had to work in the past for like $8 an hour. It's like shit. Think about how bad that is. First of all, out here, there's, if you want to get a decent pack of bread at the store, it's going to cost you about $4, right? $3.50, $4. It's like shit. That's a half an hour of my hard labor right there. $4. Think about how bad it is. I have to work 30 minutes to afford a damn loaf of bread. Shit, even if I work an hour, I can't even afford to get a a Subway, a 12-inch foot long. Or I should say 11-inch foot long, because they're usually under 12-inch, due to the shrinkflation. But yeah, that's shit right there. Like, how the hell am I gonna bust my balls for an hour, and it's not even gonna be enough for me to get a meal, a sandwich, right? Let alone a drink or a cookie on the side, right? A damn sandwich. I can't even get a damn sandwich from Subway. Like shit, I saw maybe the other day, it was about, hey, look, the $5 foot long from Subway, that is hella gone, right? That hell, those were the good days, people were saying. It's like shit, y'all remember the meme was about like, y'all remember the days when Subway sandwich was $5 foot long? It's like shit. Now it's like what is it? $11 for a damn foot long? Some shit like that. It's like damn. That's that's pretty depressing. That shows how bad things are out here. Oh, and another good point, right? Like I was doing a live stream the other day, and I mentioned, like how unjust, the system is and all that. And there was one, peon. I think the cat's name was like Troy Taylor or something like that. Some type of, boomer. He doesn't do shit. He sits on his ass, receives government money in the mail, and just sits on YouTube and talks shit all day, right? But he had the nerve to say, well, if it's that bad for y'all, why don't y'all, Gen Zs, why don't y'all just get another job? It's like, shit, how many jobs y'all want us to get? Some of us are literally out here working 2 or 3 jobs, man. It's like, we're already busting our ass as much as we can get. It's like, shit, y'all are the one getting the benefits. right? Y'all are the ones who can sit on your ass, do nothing, and we're the ones paying for your ass. But you want us to bust our ass even harder? Like, nah, F that. Hey, look, let me tell you something. My generation, right, Generation Z, we're the first generation that has some smarts to us. And that might seem contradictory because everybody says, oh, Gen Z and, even those, younger, all they're, all brainwashed and, lazy and you don't want to do shit. But the truth is, our generation, we're the ones who have some smarts to realize the deception and to realize the Ponzi scheme that America is running. We've seen through it. And you know what? Nah. F hard work. I'm not going to bust my balls for nothing. I'm not going to bust my balls at Walmart for $10 an hour where I'm not going to own a home. I can't afford a car. I have to take a damn bike to work or Uber to work. Can never afford to do anything. Can barely afford to eat. And then if I do buy food, it's processed shit, right? You can never go out and have a dinner or nothing. It's like, that's not living right there. That is slavery. We are in slavery right now. And if y'all can't see it, then you're just a dumbass. I mean, I don't know how to say it more polite than that. Like, if you can't see it, there's slavery happening right now in America, by the way, then you're just retarded. You just don't know what the hell is going on. It is slavery in today's economy to make people work for under $15 an hour. Even $15 an hour is slave labor due to the amount of money that shit costs. Like, say, for instance, right? Like, I go to Walmart and a pack of like 40 nuggets, right? Damn chicken nuggets is like $9, $10. It's like, how the hell is it that I go to work for an hour and the amount of money I get for my hour of labor, which, by the way, before tax, because, they take some of our money by taxation. So you're not getting the whole 10, you're getting maybe $8.50 or something like that an hour in technical terms, right? Because they're taking their quote unquote fair share out. So how is it that an hour of my work is not even enough for me to get a damn 40 pack of chicken nuggets? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how pathetic it is, right? An hour of me busting my ass in pure slavery at these plantations out here. That's not even enough to get me a damn bag of 40 Dino Bite nuggets. Like, I mean, seriously, this is bad out here. So again, you can't fault people for not wanting to work hard, right? Hey, hard work doesn't pay off. Like, so let me give you an example. I know a lot of people that are hard workers. And guess what? They got nowhere in life. They own no house. They own no car. They, some of them still taking a bike to work. And many more, right? They have nothing to show for their labors, right? They bust their ass and have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. And most of them don't even have, $30 in their pocket right now. It's like, wait, well, whatever happened to all that hard work? Right? They got nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying? So again, it shows that hard work doesn't pay off in this society. You're not going to get to wealth by working hard in this society. And hell, and if you do, you're the one exception out of, the 100,000 who don't. Right? Out of 100,000 people that give it their best, one might succeed and get some type of relative financial ease. But think about the math on that, right? One person who makes it and 100,000 who don't make it, who attempted to try. And that's not even counting people who have already given up. And you can't blame people out here for giving up. Like who the hell wants to bust their ass even more than what we're already doing? You gotta think about that. It's like, the shit is so unbelievable out here how bad things are. It's just truly bizarre. Let me give you an example. A few days ago, I was at the store and I seen somebody get 4 bags of groceries, which, by the way, one of the bags had maybe 7 personal health products, right? Like some shampoo. It was a woman's bag, right? Some personal health products they had, right? And literally 4 bags of groceries, right? Food and, health stuff. It literally came to over $400. I kid you not, $400. So it's just strange to me. I just find it to be very, very bizarre. How things are right now, man. It's just, it's unbelievable. It's like, how the hell can 4 bags of groceries and a couple, health products, right? Personal health products come to over $400 at Walmart of all places. Think about how long somebody working on minimum wage would have to work just to get that 4 bag of groceries. It's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. But this is what's going on out here. So again, people have every right to be pissed off and complain. What I find funny? Like, the government will sit there and say, we can't give such and such, financial aid. Like, say, for instance, they can give some 400-pound obese, whale that lays on her ass all day. They can give her $4,000 a month. But if I ask for just $200 to help ease some of my struggles, you don't qualify. We can't help you do that. It's like, wait, excuse me? So what the hell is this land whale over here getting $4,000 a month for? But y'all mother lovers can't give me $200 a month. And then the third point, it's like, how the hell do y'all not have the money to give us American citizens, but y'all are literally sending hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine? If you think about it, really, because Ukraine's getting aid from literally the entirety of NATO, which is like, what, 30 plus countries at this point? So if you realistically think about it, if we factor in all the money and the tanks and the missiles and the ammunition and the guns, if we count everything together that NATO has sent them, it's has to be damn near $500 billion at this point in money and aid that country has got. Right? So think about that, which again, America is the head of NATO, right? America is the head. Or as the Bible calls it, right? Hell, going back to the Bible calls America the whore that rides on the beast, right? Revelation, the 17th chapter, right? So America is the great whore that rides upon the beast, which is the NATO and the EU. But that's a whole different discussion. But the point is, NATO, under the leadership of America over the past 2.5 years, they've literally given Ukraine $500 billion to fight this war against the Russians. And somebody might say, well, how's it been $1 trillion? Well, it's simple, because again, they're sending over food, right? They got to send aid for the people. They got to send military equipment, ammunition, missiles, guided missiles, like even they have to send over coats and armory for the physical troops on the ground as well. So again, if you count everything all together from all the, the 30 NATO nations over the past 2.5 years that they're sending Ukraine, it's clear to see that it has to be damn near $500 billion they're getting. And again, America is the number one provider of all that. And they're the head of NATO. America gives the final say-so at the end of the day, what goes and what doesn't. So again, the point is, they have all this money to go fight foreign wars that have nothing to do with this country, but their own people are suffering in such a, depressing rate. People out here saying, hey, look, we're going into another Great Depression. We're already in a Great Depression. Hell, the original Great Depression was, 90-some years ago, right, in the 30s? But now we're in the second one. It's undeniable. If you see how shit is right now, like say for instance, right, it's so bad that even all the bridges in this area here, if you go on the bridges, they now have to put like signs out on the bridge, like if you have problems, you don't have to take this way. You can contact and get help, with this number on the sign, right? They have to put those on the bridges now because people, they're not wanting to live like this anymore. So again, it's at a point where it's so bad that now they have to put these signs on all these bridges in the area. And shit, I can't even speak for the rest of the country. I'm just saying over where I'm at. So it's again, it's getting crazy out here. How bad shit is, man. And it's just gonna get worse, right? Everything we're in the age of recompense right now, right? We're in the age of consequences. That's the time that we're in. Or as the Bible calls it, right? This is the time when God's starting to pour out his wrath upon the earth. Right? When you read Revelation, it talks about like 7 last vials of God's wrath that he sends upon the earth, which that hasn't totally happened yet. But for lack of better terms, we're feeling like drops from it, right? Like say, for instance, if you fill a glass, right, fill a glass up, you might spill a couple, drops of water as you're filling up the vase or whatever. That's what we're getting right now, right? We're getting like little drops of judgment here and there, but the entire bowl of wrath hasn't yet came. Hell, like when you read Matthew 24, it calls it the birth pains, right? Like the earth's going through birth pains right now. And of course, it's not literal, like it's going to give birth to something, but it's like a metaphor, right? It's given like a metaphor. But some people watching this might not even believe in the scriptures. But, speaking for people out there who, for those of us out here who believe and rely on the scriptures, this all correlates back to it. Because we're living through the time of judgment right now. It's clear to see, everything taking place in the world, it's not by accident. It's not by coincidence. It's clear what's taking place. There's judgment is going out right now. So I just wanted to just speak on that. I just wanted to give a couple thoughts, about some things I've been hearing and, give my 2 cents on it. So if anybody made it to the end of the video, go ahead and put hashtag 400, just as a little inside joke, hashtag 400. And I'm going to say shalom.